Your brain genuinely believes that answering an email at 11 p.m. increases your chances of surviving the winter. Today, we'll audit the hedonic treadmill, a critical software bug where mindless corporate grind is processed as actual life progress. We'll exploit how this glitch forces you to install 15 time trackers until an AI script permanently soft locks your career. Hit that like button before your dopamine baseline completely resets and subscribe. Protocol initialized. It is 3 p.m. You are currently trapped in the 7th circle of hell, also known as a 2-hour departmental Zoom sync. Your primitive monkey brain is highly confused. It registers 16 disembodied eyes staring at you as an active predator threat. To survive, your central nervous system pumps pure cortisol into your bloodstream while you pretend to care about Q3 synergies. But how did you end up here? Let us review the core logic flaw known as the hedonic treadmill. 6 months ago, you received a promotion. Your system registered this as securing a mammoth for the tribe. Your dopamine receptors fired like a slot machine paying out the jackpot. You were invincible. You were a god of Excel. This feeling lasted exactly 3 business days. Welcome to novelty bias. The brain rapidly adapts to new rewards, instantly resetting your baseline happiness to 0 to keep you hungry. It is an evolutionary feature designed to keep cavemen foraging. In a cubicle, it just means you now hate a job that pays you 20% more. You have successfully upgraded your lifestyle, only to finance a more expensive form of exhaustion. Which brings us back to the present moment. The Zoom call is still happening. Brad from marketing is explaining how to pivot paradigms. Your brain is desperately searching for an exit condition. Notice the illusion of productivity at play. You are seated, your status is red, you are technically at work, but actual output? 0. You are burning calories purely to maintain the optical illusion of employment. Every time someone says, "Let us take this offline," your amygdala takes collateral damage. You start taking aggressive, meaningless notes just to have an excuse to look away from the camera. Finally, the host ends the meeting. The grid vanishes. You have survived, but you look at the clock. It is 3:05 p.m., and you haven't started your actual job. Your energy reserves are completely depleted by fake social interaction. The logical move would be to take a walk. Instead, the system soft locks. You pull out your smartphone to self-medicate with digital novelty. Because if the corporate grind cannot give you dopamine, surely an 18-year-old AI entrepreneur on social media will. This is where the trap deepens. The brain seeks a quick patch for its productivity guilt. You are about to attempt to hack your own firmware. Spoiler alert, installing 15 time management apps will only corrupt your save file faster. You are now in the doom scroll vortex, absorbing financial advice from a teenager who rents Lamborghinis by the hour. He claims he works 26 hours a day and runs 3 AI startups while ice bathing. Your brain compares this fictional hyperpredator to your current state of existence. The results are devastating. Your self-worth stat immediately drops by 80%. You feel the urgent need to optimize your life. The amygdala is hijacked. It screams that if you do not become a productivity machine right now, you will perish. You aggressively open the App Store. You need trackers. You need Pomodoro timers. You need strict Kanban boards. Congratulations, you have just downloaded 15 different time management applications. Your brain rewards you with a massive dopamine spike just for installing them. It completely ignores the fact that downloading a habit tracker does not actually build a habit. Welcome to the productivity app paradox. You now have a second, entirely unpaid job, managing your productivity software. You spend the next 45 minutes carefully color-coding your tasks for the week. Tagging reply to boss as high priority with a custom red flame emoji feels exactly like actual labor. It isn't. The email is still unwritten, but your brain has already cashed the psychological paycheck. Then, the first Pomodoro timer rings, a loud, intrusive alarm demanding 25 minutes of pure, uninterrupted focus. You stare at the blank spreadsheet. The timer ticks. 24 minutes and 50 seconds left. Panic sets in. You realize you have optimized everything except your actual attention span. You decide you cannot possibly work without the right lo-fi hip-hop beats playing in the background. Finding the perfect thumbnail of an anime girl studying takes another 12 minutes. By the time the playlist starts, your 25-minute focus block is officially over. Your productivity app happily chirps to inform you that you deserve a 5-minute break for all your hard work. You agree. You earn this. You switch back to your phone. This constant context switching burns through your prefrontal cortex's glucose supply faster than a crypto rig. You are stuck in a loop. You organize work to feel productive, avoid the work, feel guilty, and organize it again. The system architecture is completely bloated. Your brain is running too many background processes. You want it to become a highly optimized alpha machine. Instead, you have become an exhausted NPC, maintaining an elaborate simulation of a digital workspace. It is 4 p.m. Your brain gives up on optimization and defaults to survival strategy mode. The grand ambitions of hustle culture dissolve into a single, primitive instinct. The new objective is no longer promotion, nor efficiency, nor personal growth. The only goal now is reaching 5 p.m. without upper management noticing you haven't done anything all day. Welcome to the final defensive maneuver. The quiet quitting phase has officially initiated. Your mental software has now successfully degraded into extreme low power mode. Executive function is bypassed entirely to preserve the only metric that matters for your survival. The Slack green status indicator, the holy beacon of modern employment. If you do not interact with your computer for 15 minutes, the dot turns yellow. A yellow dot signals to the tribe that you are weak, vulnerable, and probably doing laundry. To prevent this social exile, you develop a nervous tic, the tactical mouse jiggle. It is a beautiful display of human ingenuity applied to absolute pointlessness. You are spending more cognitive calories engineering a way to look busy than it would take to just do the task. Next, you deploy the scheduled message trick, the hallmark of the quiet quitter. You write an email at 1 p.m., but schedule it to send at 4:58 p.m. This signals to the boss that you are grinding away in the late afternoon trenches. But then, disaster strikes. The boss is also online. He replies instantly with a follow-up question. Your camouflage is blown. You are engaged in active combat. You scramble to draft a reply that sounds smart but commits you to absolutely zero extra work. You call this setting boundaries? Biologically, it is playing dead so the predator walks away. The internet calls it quiet quitting, wrapping exhaustion in a trendy buzzword. But deep down, your firmware knows you are just a primate hiding in the digital bushes. To kill another 20 minutes, you initiate a tactical bathroom deployment. You sit on the closed toilet lid in the dark, absorbing more useless internet content. Here, the laws of physics break down. 10 minutes of scrolling feels like exactly 2 seconds. You rush back to your desk in a cold sweat. Did the dot turn yellow? Did they notice? It is green. You are safe. The illusion of your indispensable value to the company remains intact. You have successfully produced nothing of value today, yet your stress levels rival a fighter pilot's. The cognitive dissonance of faking work requires more RAM than actually working. You are a hostage to the system, but you are also the one holding the gun. It is now 4:45 p.m. The finish line is in sight. You begin the sacred ritual of closing tabs you opened in the morning and never read. But the corporation is not done with you. The Matrix has detected your impending escape. The CEO is typing in the main channel. He is talking about efficiency optimization. Your quiet quitting is about to collide with loud automation. Prepare for a fatal error. The CEO announces the successful deployment of a new large language model. It is a basic script that processes spreadsheets, the exact same spreadsheets you pretend to process. Your brain frantically searches its database for any specialized, irreplaceable skills you possess. The AI completes your entire quarterly workload in exactly 12 seconds without taking a single coffee break. It does not need Pomodoro timers, lo-fi beats, or to nervously jiggle a mouse. It just works. Your carefully constructed illusion of productivity is instantly shattered by cold, unfeeling math. An invite from Human Resources pops up. Subject line: Quick sync, bring your laptop. It is ironic. You spent years trying to hack your productivity, and the company just hacked you out of the budget. The meeting lasts exactly 4 minutes. The amygdala prepares for biological death, but the threat is entirely digital.
Your corporate access is revoked before you even stand up from the chair. The hedonic treadmill stops spinning violently, throwing your ego headfirst into a concrete wall. You are handed a standard cardboard box to pack up your empty coffee cups and 3 stolen pens. Your entire identity was tied to a job that a literal toaster with Wi-Fi can now execute perfectly. Brain.exe has encountered a critical, unrecoverable failure. You take the walk of shame out of the building. The Slack green dot goes dark permanently. The corporate simulation ejects you completely, dumping you back into physical reality. You have lost everything you worked for. You should be in complete despair. But as the heavy rain hits your face, the corrupted software starts doing something very strange.
For the first time in 3 years, your brain stops processing background anxiety about unread emails. The cortisol pumps suddenly shut down. The system cache is forcibly cleared. You realize the worst-case scenario has happened, and paradoxically, you are completely fine. The illusion of productivity has evaporated. You are no longer defending a meaningless green dot on a screen. A forced reboot has occurred. You have successfully rage-quit the 9-to-5 grind, even if it wasn't your choice. Your dopamine baseline is immediately reset to factory settings. A simple raindrop is now more stimulating than a promotion. It turns out the evolutionary survival software works perfectly when you aren't trapped in a fluorescent cubicle. You have exactly $0 of guaranteed income, but you also have 0 unread Slack notifications. It is a fair trade. The Matrix cannot control a primate that has stepped entirely off the treadmill. Close those 50 open tabs in your brain. Delete the 15 productivity apps. Your hardware is finally free. Try not to download another hustle culture virus by tomorrow morning. Subscribe to the channel before the algorithms lock your attention span again. Session terminated.